And we are back. I am very excited to be working on this kit. Let me adjust this camera so it's a little more comfortable for me. Can never really figure out if it's going to be pointing in the right spot. There we go. So, possibly the most argued about and insulted kit since Centurions. And just like Centurions, there's something about it that I love. Already yanked it out of the plastic wrap. Let's see what we got here. Space Marine transfer sheet, which is just Ultramarines, but I like the scripture stuff. That's kind of cool. I don't know what those are, but play Space Wolves, buddy. I need runes. Let's look at these stats. All right, we're moving at 14. That's really respectable. That's keeping up with Outriders. Hitting on threes, shooting and punching, which is good because I wasn't sure if this was going to be like a vehicle due to it being so not having a base. Huh. What I mean by a vehicle is that it doesn't punch worth a dang. Like rhinos hit on sixes because it's the rhino hitting you, but in this case, those guys are hitting you. So that's cool. Strength 4, standard Space Marines. Toughness 5. It is a pretty thick guy. Kind of a bike toughness. 8 wounds, so it's an 8 wound attack bike. 4 attacks. I'm gonna have to check the rule book, which I don't have with me. It's in the other room, but kind of respectable. Drive this thing if like guardsmen or nurglings come up and punch you, you can punch them back. If it is vehicle, you can shoot them, but man, I'm really curious about that. I'm going to pause and go get the rules. All right, I just went and grabbed the rules. I'm not going to show it on camera because I know Games Workshop does not like that. Let's see here. It's a fast attack, which is bad news for me because Space Wolves have a lot of good fast attacks, specifically Thunderwolves. Man, there's a lot of cool fast attacks now. Biker Squad, Assault Squad, Outriders. Invader ATV, it is a biker. So it is not a vehicle. Case closed. Let's build this, dude. I'm really curious about how it all goes together. I'd like to give it a bumper, maybe some front wheel armor. Honestly, for Space Wolves, I'd love to repose the gun. I don't know where, or make it like automated. And have a blood claw on the back, just swinging a chainsaw around like a crazy person. I'm also not sure which gun I want. For Space Wolves, I got a severe lack of anti-tank. A 2-shot multi-melta is really appealing, though. 8 shots. Strength, 8-shot heavy blow. We'll see what maybe these magnets here can do for us. If, I can't remember where I put my drill. Alright, well, we'll see how that goes later. Let's get to building the Invader ATV. Yeah, it looks like the only change is the gun. It could be really easy. Okay. I'm noticing we don't start on number 1. We start on 5, 8, and 7. Okay. It's not like a big deal, but I don't know. 8. So 8's the tires. That's kind of nice. I'm just going to clip all these tires at the same time. Get it over with. Just rip the Band-Aid off. Quick as you can. Because I know that I'm not going to enjoy 4 of the exact same bit. Honestly, a boring bit, and you gotta clean that off. Clipped too close. Just tires, man. Stick to treads. Tires. Maybe that's something I'll do is see if I can make this either hover, like the repulsor, which wouldn't, do anything bad because the hover tanks no longer have the fly keyword. For balance reasons, I appreciate it, and that's as someone who played Impulsor spam. And 3 Impulsors full of dudes with Blackman was so good. I did never get to play with Blade Guard, though. And there's the most annoying mold line in the world. Right all the way around this. You have to go in, just gently scrape all these like 20 sides. Not going to do it. Don't know. I do this for enjoyment. All the little mold lines on these. Cleaning that. Insanity. Okay. Fun times. Looks like we got the pilot sprue, the driver sprue, and the main tank sprue. Sorry. Ooh, bumped the camera. Thought I heard someone call my name. So we need one tire. Let's see here. 5. Now I'm going to build this one as per the instructions, and then later on my own time, I'll bust out the old bits box and spend a few hours chopping at this. Watching, I don't know, anyone got a good show to suggest? I just finished The Boys, as I mentioned earlier. People are probably going to chew me out, but I still haven't watched The Office, so I might start watching that. Just some nice background comedy instead of watching on repeat Venture Brothers, rest in peace, and 30 Rock. But I like to have something on in the background while I convert. Okay, so question of the day. Doesn't matter which side this goes on, and it doesn't look like it. So, it's good news. You could effectively... You really can't mess up this part of the instructions too bad. Unless you miss the peg completely. Well, the slot insert. Okay. I will put this one up on my shop as well as the Locust Heavy Destroyer. And just like with the Necron video, if you didn't watch it because you are not Xeno scum, you're a loyal follower of the Emperor, I mentioned that I'll put a little code. I run an eBay store where I sell some new, some used. I like to buy and sell armies. And I've got my hands on some of the new releases that I'll put up there. But the link in the description will give you 5% off your purchase no matter how big or small. And I'll be listing a whole bunch of Orc Knobs, Boys, Grots. Is it Gretchen? Gretchen for 40k, Grots for Fantasy. Bikes. And some trucks, I think. And some Ludas. And just a bunch of crap. I've got more stuff coming in this weekend, and I honestly don't know what it is. It's been crazy. Let's see, number 4. So, already, look at that. Yeah, Space Marine Unicycle. Where's the Space Marine? I've got like 20. This guy. That could be an interesting base. Speaking of bases, that is the prototype of my Rocky custom personal designed Space Marine bases. Well, just 32 mil bases. Get out of here, fruit fly. That's the prototype because the bottom's all lumpy because I didn't know what I was doing. But I love it. Unicycle 1. Done. Bit 4. Let's do this. Ooh. Freaking... Oh, what was it? What was that game? Was it... Where was all the cars shooting each other? Twisted Metal. I don't know why it came to my head, but the dude with whose like arm stuck into it, tires, the just worst design ever, but it's so 40k. That was a fun game. I had to I had to go to a friend's house, and then we had to sneakily play it when none of his, siblings or parents or anyone was watching, because my parents thought that violent video games would lead to me being crazier. I don't know, but My parents told his parents not to let me play any violent games, so I got to watch occasionally. Joke's on them, because now this huge 40k nerd, and that's like the most violent you can do. Okay, so this is the front tire. Wheel. Just like with that Necron, it's got a nice, comfortable... Oh, no, that one's a little... Hold on. It's like the best noise. There's the mic. I don't know if that comes through. It's satisfying. I'll stop. And I'm guessing something will stick through here. Otherwise, it's kind of donk. And then the other one, go right here. Okay, so the first thought was, can I give the back armor to the front? That's obviously not going to be easy. I'd have to shop all of that. I think an easier thing would be to design either out of plastic card, green stuff, kit bashing, or in my case, probably 3D printing the accessory in resin, because it's just easier for me to measure this out and copy this design, paste it up here. I think I'll give that a shot when I have time. I've got one of my friends saying, hey, you need to make a sidecar for the Outrider so we can have Outrider sidecars or attack bikes instead of that ATV, because he hates it. I love it. He asked me, I don't know, 5 times today. But I've got so many projects. Armies on Parade is coming up. I do plan on entering that either with kind of a cop-out with my Porphyrion on the board I have, because it's my most visually impressive model and it's got a theme board, or I am designing in 3D a kind of gothic ship interior, but I don't know if I'll be able to print it and paint it in time while also doing all this other junk. Not this. There's plenty of time for this, but I only have so many things I can print on, and I want it to be really nice, so it's going to take a while. All right. Now we'll pop that guy right. Bam! Got the bug. Since my brother-in-law house sat, we have had a few fruit flies. It's very frustrating. Very frustrating. I hate bugs in my house. The only good bug's a dead bug. Alright, we have part of an ATV. Let's do this again. Alright. Scoot that up here. I'm not even going to follow the instructions. I don't need instructions to know how to rock. It's like 4 pieces. How bad can it go? Famous last words. Boom. You ever get so excited to build something that you're just like clip, 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 clip. You clip everything out and then you just like reaching through it looking for that last bit of treasure. That one bit you need. I've done it with like Space Marines. Oh, it's really good, and I like to be creative, or it really fuels my creativity if I get like a kit of Grey Hunters or any standard bog Space Marine where it's really hard to screw it up. And set it out. So I've got my pile of legs, pile of left arm, pile of right arm, pile of shoulders, and just kind of reach in, grab whatever pops into my hand first and glue it all together. True random. The nerdiest thing I did with my Space Wolves, and I think 40k in general, is, man, I'm trying to think how long ago this was. I made a blog for it because Facebook groups and pages weren't a thing. So it was a while ago. And I posted about it on Warseer, so it was definitely a while ago. But what I wanted to do, well, I made, like I glued the legs and body on, or I think I used proxies, but I wrote down a bunch of different names for Space Wolves, and I generated them with fantasy, RPG, and all sorts of name generators. And I'd have these kind of blank Marines, because they didn't have weapons or faces or heads or anything. And I would have them fight stuff, like as a squad, alone, see, what the last few standing, and I think it was like the last 3 names standing I'd make into minis. And then I'd write the name of the mini on the bottom of the base. Now, somewhere I have one of those minis because I sold a lot of my old Space Wolves. Let me check. Hey. Oh. Yeah, here we go. So here is one of my old Grey Hunters. It's a completely different style than I paint now. And it's on a wooden base because this was right after they got upgraded to 32, so maybe it wasn't as long as I was thinking. I don't know, I just remember rolling dice on my carpet. But, flip it upside down, and there is his name in my horrible 5th grader handwriting. I just got bad handwriting. Modolfer. Cool dude. Back to this part. Slather that glue on. Don't slather, dab. Dab. Pick the tip. Just pop that in there. Nice, happy little tire. And over here, get another happy little tire. And lastly, let's protect our happy little tires with some happy armor. Look at that. I forgot to shave off oh yeah, that's where plastic glue can shine. Get that plastic glue to rise up just slightly above, and then you shave it down a little. Paint over that, and it'll look like it's one smooth piece. I wish I could get that effect on all my vehicles. But I can't because too much surface to glue. Unlike a Rhino. Honestly, one of the reasons I'm happy with Primaris is if I play all Primaris, I don't have to build Rhinos. But now I've got like all my I have all my Rhinos built? I get 3 Rhinos built. That's enough. I haven't really got to evaluate the point cost of the Firstborn Marines. I was definitely part of the camp that thought Games Workshop was going to kill off Firstborn. Instead, we got a game-changing upgrade where they all got 2 wounds. A bunch of weapons got upgraded. A bunch of sweeping changes. I'm really excited to see what this does to Marines because I was kind of... no one wants to fight Space Marines and not fight Space Marines. It'd be like fighting Necrons and not fighting any ghost robots. Which, that happened. It was like wraith spam. Done. Just a bunch of wraiths. It was boring. And Space Marines were becoming that. So now we've got it to where you have to take power armor dudes and dreadnoughts. Oh, I'm so happy they all have Duty Eternal built in. Oh my gosh, I can't get over it. Space Wolf dreadnoughts. So good. Where is he? cannot resist but to show off my Crusade Dreadnought, Jotun Moore. He is a Wolfen Dreadnought with Axe Shield. He is Rage Unbound. I've got all these chains from Fire Slayer bits, the ball and chains from Goblins, more Fire Slayer bits. I don't know what that's from. I think more Goblins. He is a beast. And now he's even beastier. He's been an MVP in my Crusade campaign. I love him. Next up, we get to put... It's a pretty big piece together. So there's definitely not an easy way to remove the driver. You might be able to cover him. Like if you don't like the idea of Space Marines driving around without seatbelts, to say the least. Let's try to fit this. But, exposed, and you want to make it into a little tank. All right. Oh, that's a tough dry fit. That's a tough one indeed. Whew. Okay. Got... Huh. So I wonder... you cut around this part and then pivot the wheel up and down so it's like that. I think that'd be possible. It almost looks like it was partially made for it. Yeah, there's the peg there. But you've got this curve on the bottom. I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I'm probably going to keep one or two of these, 2 or 3 maybe, for myself. And now that Blood Claws hit on 3s, I can say there's Blood Claws piloting them, driving them, whatever. They're freaking Space Marines on dirt bikes and ATVs. They're going to be the new recruits. The standard dudes, Grey Hunters, they're, doing all that serious stuff, holding objectives and jeez. Intercessor's doing the same. Man, get off. But then Blood Claws and Wolfguard are just cruising around like an 80s metal album cover on wolves, jetpacks, ATVs, bikes, bigger bikes. Oh. Huh. Kind of snapped on there. I couldn't tell what happened. I thought I broke something. It's so cool and so... It's like Adam West Batman cool. It's that Persian cat cool, where it's like so ugly that it's the best thing ever. But with a little bit of bat shark repellent spray. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. Yeah, I can't express it. I love it. It's hideous and I love it. It's so, oh, gee, Ant-Man, it's so ugly I want to die. Or it's so ugly I love it. When he gives his daughter that hideous bunny. That's how I feel about this. I really like it. And I'd love a way to make these, oh hey, there it is. So making the front tires turn as a conversion will probably be a pain in the butt. You'd have to cut through these lines, which, it's possible with the right tools. Everything's possible. The little crazy bone saw thing I have could easily cut through those. But then I worry that it's just getting him to turn, but that is kind of unique. If I think of a cool custom pose, really right now though, the idea of having it kind of jacked up in the back or going over rocky terrain, that's appealing. Though it doesn't have a base. So yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. But kind of the monster truck, instead of flat, raised a bit. That's the first thing I'll do when I attempt to mod this. Oh, I love it. 12 and 13. Are over here. I think I forgot to mention that this thing does have 2 bolt guns in it. So it effectively is just a big old fat bike. Or an attack bike. But instead of a sidecar, it's got a backseat driver. I dig it. Oh, yeah. I almost just popped some glue in there without figuring out where the glue should go. There we are. Just the slightest little dots of glue go so far. That's upside down. That's right side up. Got stuck to me. Not a piece you want to dry fit. That is snug. Real snug. You probably don't even need glue for that piece. Now, some DACA. Oh, I'm sorry. This doesn't have bolters. Like normal plebeian bolters. This has assault bolters. This has what intercessors carry. Wait. Do Outriders? I think Outriders have those. I just never noticed. In my defense, I've played like 2 games in person. One had Outriders since they came out because, you know, everything. If you watch SNL, Kate McKinnon's little break was concerning but also hilarious and summed up how I feel. Here we go. What is certain is I'm going to stare at these and my minis, hopefully get some more painting done, until I'm able to go out and play games. All right, we got 2 pegs on this guy. Main peg, easy enough to see. There's a little tiny guy. Little tiny guy looks like it's easy to pop off. But also 2 little holes. So like I said, I'm going to follow the instructions. So what's the point in watching a video about how easy something is to build if I don't build it the way it's suggested? I will try to do some more conversion videos though. And yeah, get more videos of my cats, which none of them are bugging me. I just played with them. Yeah, there we go. That looks vaguely Warhammer-like. See if we can make it look more Warhammer-like. Huh. I don't know, it's got the 2 pegs, but then they left this part with a little spot to go on it. Kind of like the attack bike has. Just seems like an odd design choice. I don't know. I'm not a mini designer. What do I know? It's like when you're online and someone argues with, you know, Games Workshop has this or Games Workshop has to do that. They'd make so much money. It's like, come on, man. You have no idea. You're just guessing. Because if you weren't, you'd be fired. Because Games Workshop doesn't want you talking about that kind of stuff. Like, Games Workshop could make so much money if they brought Bretonians back. Slow your roll there. Bretonians went away for a reason. We all know how much Games Workshop likes money. Hell, I like money. Wait. Oh, hold on. And I'm back. Just a little kitten visit with my wife. She came by with beans. And she's going to bed early. There's some very basic mold lines here and there. It's more like angle lines. But aside from the tires, and those were minimal mold lines at best, this has been a good kit. So this piece should fit snug. But, oh yeah, these pegs here are really tight fits. Honestly, all of them are. So I'm going to risk getting frustrated. I'm going to put a little glue on all the shafts and dot the glue all around it. And I say frustrated because when you have to have this much glue, it smells bad, and I feel like the more glue you put down, the more bad things can happen. I think I'm lined up, and that is difficult. But worked out. No snap. Sometimes with these you push it down and then it pops in. But this one just kind of stopped. Okay, so evaluate. Okay, sorry the abrupt cut. What could possibly go wrong is that my cell phone's battery died midway through. I'm so out of practice with this, I forgot to plug it in. I almost always have it charging. I thought, 75% is enough to do 2 videos in one night. So I had just set it down, and it's actually just slightly unstable. I don't know why. It's frustrating. Huh. Oh, you know what? You know what I bet it is? I was gonna say, is it bumps on the bottom of the tires, but really it's probably just some of the plastics bent. These guys up front, they're the brake risks so far. I don't care for that, but okie dokie. We had just put the top on. Now we gotta put the driver in. Let's see here. Let's move that tiny bone saw. 35, 36, and 40. And the head does have a little build it this way peg, but you can put any head in that slot. So Space Wolf head, Imperial Fist head, Dark Angel's head, Blood Angel's head, anything. Gene Stealer Cult head, probably. I don't know why, but you could do it. Oh, because they also have ATVs. That doesn't really make sense. But whatever. Games are fun. Gene Stealer Marines. Make it happen. With Raven Guard rules, I guess. Oh. Talking about putting different heads in that I completely forget I have to build it this way. There you go. Good as new. And some arms for this dude. 38. 37. And okay, what did I was building orc bikes. Fixing up the bundle of orcs that I bought last weekend. Jeez. This thing's just pissing glue everywhere. And I noticed that their hands, or the handles on the bikes didn't have any hands on them, and all the hands had handles. So I don't know if they were just built weird, but I had to clip the empty handle off and then glue a hand with a handle on. It was not fun. It was not fun at all. Because they were like partially painted and primed and all sorts of stuff. So this suggests doing the arms first, but the arms don't really have to go in a certain spot. There's obviously little details in there for where the arm is supposed to, settle. But there's enough wiggle room that I don't know if it's going to be right. So here's what I'm going to do to make sure I get this right. Is I'm going to glue one hand on. And then I'm not going to glue the shoulder in. And I'm going to glue the other hand on. And insert it into the shoulder peg at the same time. This way, if that angle is too high or too low, once it's all dry, I can rotate it up and down as needed. Because it's supposed to just snugly, nicely fit right here. And I'm a little nervous about it, but let's put some of this glue in here and see what happens. Trying to align the pegs. Oh boy, that backfired horribly. Oh man. So the Marine leaned forward. Oh, man, I don't even... Oh, what have I done? Let's see if I can... There we go. Weasel that out a little. And the head just completely popped off. Okay, round 2. Yeah, that's how it's done. Go back in time and tell old me not to do whatever I did. Don't force it. Just breathe and let it happen. Okay. I think that if this guy was completely covered, I might like it more, because with him on it, the giddy glee just kind of tapers off a little. I gotta remember you guys aren't looking at the same angle I am. Like, it's still cool, but it's not as cool. Let's keep building. Next piece is the weird shield. This shield kind of bothers me. I don't know what it is. I think it's that it's too little. Like, it's a duct tape over a car window. Okay, yeah, what's that going to protect? Come on, man. I mean, okay. So let's glue this on, and then I'll explain what I'm thinking. All right. So if this curved in and connected to this piece, and that all came down, and we had at least an enclosed front area, I'd dig it. So I might work on that. I think I will. I think I could make that happen. I think I'd like it a lot more. And then he's just kind of popping up out of... Yeah, I dig that. And that'd make this feel less like a shield and more like a front armor. I don't know. Because the shield, I'm just thinking, oh gosh, I have to put a Space Wolves shield on it. Here. It's like compulsory. When there's a shield, you have to do that as a Space Wolf player. And I've done that so much, I'm kind of burnt out on it. Don't tell the other Space Wolf players, they'll banish me. Okay, now we need the real break risk, and the piece that half of you probably won't put on. I know I might not put on. If you've built an impulsor and ever taken it out, you know these... Okay, if you've built any Space Marine vehicle, antennas break like that. They just fall off. I think I just stopped gluing them on my impulsors. Because it takes the transport room and just gives you this weird, gangly break risk. Oh, this is the most adorable little roll bar. I think there were kids at my high school that had roll bars bigger than this on their trucks. I guess Space Marines don't really need it because they're, Space Marines, but honestly, who's this gonna protect? Look, it's under his head. His head is higher than the roll bar. That defeats the purpose. It's so silly and I love it. I still love it, though I don't love the roll bar. I'd probably get rid of that. Maybe a scoop? I don't know. I am leaning more towards the fully enclosed. I think I've seen people mock this up as the tumbler from The Dark Knight. I think that'd be silly and very fun. Alright, static posed Primaris Marine time. Look at this guy. Look. I think he uses all these bits on this sprue. If I can have one less sprue on my desk, I am a happy camper. Into the trash. Okay. No major mold lines. They've got their factory on lockdown. Good for them. And to all you Xenos players like Eldar who are still using light gray kits, sorry. Sucks to be you. Play a real army like Space Marines. Games Workshop's just sitting there like, come on guys, take a hint. We aren't upgrading your range, we aren't upgrading your rules. They basically gave the Space Marines half the cool stuff that the other armies have. You know they just want everyone to play Space Marines. But Space Marines are cool. And New Necrons kind of defeats that argument. Because New Necrons are really cool. Classic, insanely tiny gun for a Space Marine. Look at that. That's like a las pistol. And this time I remembered to put the head in. Back. Nice and snug. There we go. That was a big glob of glue. Whoops. Arms on. Not yet. But it's kind of like a cartoon scene here where he got blasted out of his boots. Whee! As for the conversion of having like a blood claw back here, just, going bananas, that'll be a bit tricky with the boots being, or the shoes being welded to the bottom. I can't have them like standing on the edge. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I just thought it'd be cool. Oh, whoa, what's this? So the next step has the exhaust pipe that I never noticed in the pictures. I mean, I can still have him use this base body. I mean, I could try to shave that off. There's a will, there's a way. I'll manage. I'll just cover it with wolf pelts and then have a firstborn Marine back there. All right. Little itty bitty exhaust pipe. Dual exhaust. Remember all the people who would get fake dual exhaust on their cars, like a Toyota Supra, I don't know, Corolla, whatever was cool early 2000s that everyone had. Oh, geez, Mitsubishi Eclipse. Everyone had one of those. Yeah, so it's got a little exhaust pipe down here. And the reason I thought that was cool is the pegs on the feet actually go all the way down into that for some extra, not that we need it, but support, I guess. Ooh. Yeah, this kit is a lot more snug on the pegs than the Necron kit was. Holding up fine, although I did cut the video out again. I think it is time to choose our weapon. And I think I'm going to go ahead with the multi-melts on this guy. I know I said I might magnetize, but honestly, I'm really tired. It's about 10 p.m. I slept like butt yesterday, and I've still got some 3D printing to do and some boxing to do. It never ends, man. But it's a living. If I work hard, keep being innovative, trying new things, maybe one day I won't have to go to my day job. That, I think, is my true American dream. I don't mind having a day job. I just don't like to go in and make money for some old guy who just... I shouldn't rant about my job. It'll get back to me. I don't like to be a cog in someone else's money machine. I want to be my own money machine. And, you know, do something I love. Which, as long as I can come home and do this, I'm pretty happy. Let's just slather this up like it's butter, and I am that... Oh, don't start a joke if you can't finish it, Joe. Oh, what was that Southern cook's name? I don't know. Putting butter on everything. What's going on here now? Oops, microfiber. Huh. Let's see if I can open this up. This peg didn't go in at all. So, I'm gonna flip it off. And I'm gonna reapply the glue because it dried up. That was odd. That rarely happens anymore. It could have been user error though. Don't ever... It works now. I did just say I was very tired, so... Oh well. Let's see here. Now for like the weird melt-a battery thing. Wait, what is that? Oh, it's the gun barrel. And... the blast shield. Melta is bright. Trust me, I've imagined it. Okay. All right. So it looks like we can just slide this in. Is there top and bottom? I feel like I have to ask that a lot. Oh, that does not want to go in there. So sometimes, ooh, it's going to be a tight fit. There is a mold line around the edge of a peg. That got the snap, and it can make placing it fairly difficult. Now this does have ridges on the sides for this to slide into. That was nice and easy. I enjoyed that. We've got a peg here, but we've also got kind of a bowl shape. So it's another spot where I feel like Games Workshop is saying, hey, this is how it's easy, but snip that off and you get it a point in any direction. So yeah, we could totally axe this whole back area, make it like storage, right? Put, boom, storage. Automate this gun, put just random computer pieces on there, make that storage. And now you just have a dude driving around with a gun over his head. That's terrible positioning. So we move it to the side or something? I don't know. There's a lot of possibility for conversion in this, and that's one of the reasons I really like it too. Kind of the outrage of, oh, that thing is so ugly, inspires me to make it not ugly for them, but also makes me think about it. And I like to see what other people are posting too. And I think that it brings out some of the best in the conversion community when we get people who wouldn't normally think about converting a mini to, okay, I want to use this, it's got good rules, but I just don't like the look of it. And where can they get that compromise? In some models like Thunderwolf Cavalry, there is no middle ground. They're Thunderwolves. They're Space Marines on wolves. But with this, there's a lot to do, and I have a feeling we're going to see some great things come from it. I'm very excited. What if we like put a Dreadnought carapace over it? That'd be silly. You wake up, you think you're going to be a walking Dreadnought, but instead you're this weird little car. Zoom, zoom. Size-wise, let me grab an Outrider. Size-wise, it really is just kind of two bikes together. This armor right here on that would make me happy. That'd make me very happy. I didn't magnetize. Just can't find my drill. I'm really tired. Thank you very much for watching. I'll probably throw this guy up on my shop tomorrow evening. This video will likely go live today. I don't know. I upload overnight because it kills my internet. I wanted to show you all two cool things I've done with my new 3D printer. The first is a small frost sword. I printed a full-size one of these, and I've printed a Dreadnought size one of these. But with my new printer, this took like 12 hours. It's in two pieces. There's a line right there I need to gap fill all the way around. But I wanted a display-sized Warhammer prop for work. I'm going to print a wolf skull to go right there, and I think I'll have it pointing down into something, maybe a skull or something, and, put it on my desk. And the other thing that just finished this morning, another long print, this one was 10 hours, to put that into perspective, this little sword took like 4 on my original printer. And I'm trying to get it. The point of this little sword is, on my next Dreadnought, who needs an axe when you got a sword? Yeah. But I'm trying out some big stuff. I got a file for a really big display Space Wolf. I've already done a 60mm Marine. Now I'm going to do, I don't even know, a 200mm Marine? I'm having some difficulties here and there. I still need to cure it really well because it's so big it doesn't fit in my cure station. But this is awesome. Making these videos, responding to all of you in the comments. I love the conversation, the quick comments, making the bases. And I do want to mass produce these and get them out there. If you have any suggestions for a type of base that you just can't seem to find, let me know. I can't find, where the heck did the rest of them go? Just basic bases that are rocky in the way I want them to. Really, really rocky. But not, one big rock. I found close, but this is what I want. I like this a lot. I can put snow on it. I can put some ruins here and there, just little bits of rebar sticking out, some skulls. I'm going to do swamp ones for my Death Guard, but I'd love to hear about things you want that you can't find, and I might make them. Well, it's getting late. I'm going to go to bed. Like I said, I'll throw this guy up in the comments or the description. I'll have a link to the 5% off code. I promise I won't push my shop too much. I didn't make this channel to do that. It's just kind of I end up with a bunch of stuff that I've built that I might paint, might not. Like the cow dude, probably not going to do anything with him. Lord of Change, I might. Holding on to him because I do play demons. This dude, maybe. But I do want to convert it. The Necron, yeah, I'm going to just build him to sell him. Build him because he's fun, and then sell him to buy more of like these guys, to build them, and all the new stuff. I do think in a straight fight, this would be interesting. This gun probably wouldn't kill this guy before this gun kills him. But the other gun this guy has would probably just, you dead. Alright, thank you everyone. I hope you all are safe. I hope all your families are safe. And if things ever get overwhelming, you just need to chat, feel free to send me a message or something. You guys have a good evening.